Good evening. Here is group number 6. We are going to discuss about how solve the problem using the assignment model. So, what is the assignment model? Assignment model, how we are going to fulfill the production process at a minimum cost assignment to each labor, machine or material. The goal of assignment model is to determine the minimum cost assignment of workers to jobs. And then let's move into the steps of assignment model. First step is determining Pi, the minimum cost element of row I in the original cost matrix, and subtract it from all the elements of row I equal 1, 2, 3. This is the initial table which we are given. In here, include details about task and machine category. 10 is the cost of machine 1 for the task number 1. 2 is the cost of machine 1 for the task number 2. 3 is the cost of machine 1 for the task number 3. 15 is the cost of machine number 1 for the task number 4. 9 is the cost of machine number 1 for the task number 5. Likewise, this is the cost of each machine for the each task, and this is the raw mine. In step 1, we identify the minimum value of each rows. 2 is the minimum value of row 1. 2 is also the minimum value of second row. 5 is the minimum value of third row. 8 is the minimum value of fourth row. And let's move into the step 2 for the matrix created in step 1. Determining Qj, the minimum cost element of column J, and subtract it from all the elements of column J, J equal 1, 2, 3. In here, we deduct the minimum value which we identify in step number 1. Each row deduct from these each row values. 2 is the minimum value of row 1. So deduct these 2 each values of the row number 1. 2 also the minimum number of second row. So these 2 deduct from all values of second row. 5 is the third row minimum value. So 5 deducting each values of third row. 8 is the minimum value of fourth row. So deduct 8 from all values of fourth row. This 5 is dummy row. Dummy row is used for balancing task and machine columns and rows. So in here task there are 5 columns and there are 4 rows. Hence we using dummy row to balance column and number of columns and number of rows. In step number 3, from the matrix in step number 2, attempt to find a feasible assignment among all the resulting 0 entities. So this is the next table. After deducting minimum values of each row values from each row values. This is not optimal because in task number 2, locating with the machine number 1 and machine number 3. there is therefore this is not optimal table, optimal solution. So we cutting out zero values using minimum line, and we identify this one as the uh, minimum value of uncovered entities. We identify minimum, otherwise smallest entity from the uncovered area. Um, After identifying that smallest entity, subtract that smallest entity from uncovered entity and add covered intersection of two lines, because this is not optimum due to reason that is task 2 allocating within machine 1 and 3. This table represent the adding and subtracting minimum value from the each values. 8 minus 1, 0 is the covered entity. 1 minus 1, 13 and 7 also covered entity. 3 minus 1, 8 also covered entity. 13 minus 1, 0 and 2 also covered entity. 10 minus 1, 0 also covered entity. 9 minus 1, 2 and 10 also covered entity. 12 minus 1, 7 also covered entity. 5 minus 1, 0 also covered entity. 0 minus 1, 0 plus 1. These 3 0 plus 1 entities are the intersection entities uh, with the two lines. And let's we move into assigning task. Assigning task, these zero values are represent the uh, optimum best option for the allocating resources. This is assigning task. Machine category 1, allocate task type 1 with 20 members of machines. Machine category 2, allocate for task type 4 with 25 members of machines. Machine category 3, allocate for task type 2 with 10 members of machines. Machine category 4, allocate for task type 5 with 20 members of machines. Machine category 5, it is dummy category, allocate for task type 5, task type 1. So this is zero values, these zero values, also these zero values, these zero values we allocate for the assigning task. Let's move into the unit cost of assigning the task as follows. Uh, this information we getting from the initial table. This is the initial table. We finding that details from this table. This is cost of the machines for each task. Also, first task is allocate for the machine number 5. There is no value. Second task, allocate to third machine. It is cost of machine 5. Cost of machine is 5. Third task, allocate for machine 1. It is cost of machine 3. Fourth task, allocate to second machine categories. Its cost is 2. And fifth task, allocate to fifth machine category. It is cost of 8. So adding all these values, we can get unit cost it is 18. Total cost, we can identify these values multiplying by the machine number of members of machines. So multiplying these values like this, we can calculate a total cost as 320. Thank you.